Hello. Yeah. All right. So thank you so much for a great introduction. So my topic is a bit different. You may be wondering what SEO is doing here. But at the end of this talk, it's a small talk, but the goal of this talk is to make you aware and understand the importance of SEO. Because, I run an agency and we work with brands day in and day out, and we see them making mistakes while they're scaling their business. And that's where we feel that sometimes SEO don't get the importance that it should get when a brand wants to build a sustainable long-term business. So just a brief about me, I guess I kept that slide at the end, but there is an emotion that everybody gets when they are told to talk about SEO, or when I, let's say, bring up this talk about SEO. And one of the reasons why I feel people feel about SEO is this, because people find SEO complicated. Like, it's not easy to understand. It's not performance marketing. Like, you're going to investing X and you're getting Y. SEO is a bit more complicated than that. Whenever you talk to an SEO guy about results, you get an answer like, maybe we'll get a result. I don't know why this doesn't work. And that's where the whole confusion gets into, and that's where it doesn't get the importance that it should get. But as I said in my today's talk, I'll try to bring up that mindset for you so that you can decide when you should invest into SEO and for how long. So I don't need to talk a lot about this because everybody knows, but just a few seconds on this. SEO basically helps you to rank your website in the top 10 of Google. And an SEO guy does that by doing 3 things. This is very important. So as a founder, you should understand these 3 fundamentals on how SEO works. The first pillar of SEO is basically the crawling and indexing part, ensuring that your website is accessible to Google. So an SEO guy solves that problem by fixing your technical SEO issues. The second part is your on-page and keyword research and the content. So once your technical SEO issues are fixed, they go on fixing your content optimization and keyword research so that Google understands what keywords you want to rank for. And the last part of SEO is links. So, every new brand doesn't have any authority. Google doesn't know if it's a good brand that you should rank for in the top 10. So to build that authority in the eyes of Google, you need to have good quality backlinks pointing back to your own website. And that's where link building comes into play. So for any website or any web page that you want to rank, you need to have these 3 things in order. If one of these things are not there, there's a good chance that it won't rank. So that's a brief about SEO. Now let's talk about the most important part, like why SEO. I'm not going to talk about the reasons that you already know, like it helps you in increasing your organic traffic, or it's going to bring you revenue. No, that's not the point. I'm going to share with you the reasons which are very near to you, and you can connect with those reasons. So the first one is to diversify your marketing channel. Since morning, we all heard about a marketing channel which is performance marketing. Everybody loves performance marketing. It's pretty great. And that's where, it's a solution, but it's also a problem afterwards. So when a brand starts, they focus too much on performance marketing, and they should, because it helps them get the revenue and the cash flow in. But once a brand reaches to one particular level of cash flow, let's say they start making somewhere around 50 lakhs a month, they still continue to focus on only that one marketing channel instead of diversifying into other marketing channels, right? By not diversifying your marketing channels, you're basically making your business fragile. If you want to really build a successful long-term business, it's important that you invest to other marketing channels like SEO, so that if one marketing channel fails, you still have another marketing channel where you can get in a cash flow going. So, few months back, I was speaking to a founder, and their entire business was from Facebook ads. One fine day, Facebook suspended their ad account. And it was a sort of a panic call. Like she called us and she said, this has happened, and now I really need to invest into SEO because I now realize that I cannot be dependent on just one marketing channel. It's a big mistake that I did, and I want to get into SEO. Now that founder, she had a manufacturing unit. She had 150 people on the payroll. And at that stage, she wasn't aware when her Facebook account is going to get reinstated. Put yourself in that situation. how difficult that situation is to get into. So to avoid getting into situations, if you want to build a long-term sustainable business, you should think about investing into other marketing channels, because if you don't, you get screwed. Second most important reason why SEO should be on top of your marketing channel list is it helps you reduce your customer acquisition cost. Most of the business and most of the, again, the performance marketing, if we talk about, it's an auction-based system, right? The inventory is limited. Every year, the number of competitors who are going to bid for that inventory is going to go up. And hence, the customer acquisition cost by default for you is going to increase year on year. It's not going to come down. And hence, you should think about investing into SEO so that it helps you reduce your kick. Just to give you an example of how SEO helps you reduce your kick. So once you start ranking in Google, the kind of traffic that it brings for you is technically free. And if you calculate the customer acquisition cost of that particular channel, it's pretty much negligible when you compare to a performance marketing. So when you average out the total customer acquisition cost across all the channels, it's technically less than what you just were dependent on one marketing channel. The third most important reason is SEO helps you build a temporary moat, right? If you're a fan of value investing, and if you heard of Charlie Munger and Warren Buffett, you would pretty much hear moat. Like, you need to have that a situation where a competitor cannot beat you pretty quickly, or it's like the main thing of your business. So in a way, SEO helps you build that. And how it does, because in SEO, it's not like you start today and you can have the rankings in the next 12 months or in the next 24 months. Any competitor who starts today, they have to invest that amount of time to reach to that particular level. So if you reach there, and if tomorrow a new competitor is coming up, then they are not going to reach to that stage in the next 12 months. So that's a temporary moat that you can build. Again, that's not possible in other marketing channels. And last but not the least, it helps you build a great remarketing audience. I'm sure everyone here is doing remarketing campaigns, and I'm sure everybody would have different types of audiences in there. Every website technically has these 3 different types of pages. You will have top of the funnel pages, which are basically informational article pages. You'll always have middle of the funnel articles, where you're basically helping the users decide why to choose your brand. And you'll also have the category pages, your bottom of the funnel pages, you are converting these customers. With SEO, you're able to bring this traffic for free, feed it into your marketing audiences, and generate great sales. So these are the 4 great reasons why you should think of investing into SEO. And I'll end it with a quote. So this is a quote from Sakshi Soni. She's the co-founder of Be Young. I met her at one of such events. And while I was having a conversation with her, it came to me that, they decided to invest into SEO right from the day one. And they had a phenomenal success. We'll see that in the next slide. But I just reached out to her to just share a quote about why she decided to invest into SEO. And one of the main, for me, outlook of that was she definitely looked at SEO as it should be the root and the base of every business. It has played a vital role in their marketing journey. And if you see their organic traffic growth, there is a screenshot from SEMrush for their own website's traffic. In 5 years, they've grown from 0 to 3 million clicks per month. And the entire traffic, if you see in the last 2, this is a screenshot basically of 2 years, but if you do a whole 5 years, they have been into existence in just 5 years. And they just raised 40 crores in seed funding, and they onboarded even Boom Bam, the YouTuber, as their face. So they credit everything to the SEO. And if we see even the breakdown of their traffic from branded to non-branded, then the branded traffic is just 3.5%. The rest of them is completely non-branded. Just think, if you had to do the ads for this type of keywords, how much investment of time you would have to do. Now, this is coming absolutely free for them just through SEO. So I hope I've sold you on SEO. Let's just move on to the last part of SEO, which is when to opt for SEO. This is again a place where a lot of people have confusion, and I'll try to break that down for you. So there are 2 situations when you should think of investing into SEO. The first is when you launch a new website. And why you should think of investing into SEO when you launch a new website. Because when you launch a new website, you'll always have few things which you would have left as is. So you'll always be in a hurry of launching the website. just last week when you said, okay, we'll look into this afterwards, let's just launch the website. So in those situations, you will leave certain things as is. And hence, when a SEO guy or a third person comes in, they'll always suggest something like this. We'll have a missing content on your product pages. Or something like this, where you didn't even give a thought on your website's architecture. Or you forgot adding the right keywords on your meta titles and meta descriptions. So this is a result of a client where we just did one-time SEO, which is basically SEO audit and on-page optimization, that's it. It helped them increase their organic traffic from just 100 to 2,000 per month. It was just a one-time 3 months engagement, and that's it. So it is like heavily recommended for every brand who hasn't done SEO, at least do that one-time SEO engagement. And the second time, like what's the second time that you should opt for SEO is when they're ready to commit for long term, minimum 1 to 2 years. Just a few seconds more. So why 1 to 2 years? It's because not an SEO guy is saying this, it's because even Google says this. So this is a screenshot from Google's own documentation, like, do you need SEO? And what they have mentioned is like, SEO starts showing results typically after 4 to 12 months of the implementation of SEO. So it's like very important. After you implement SEO, it's still going to take 4 to 12 months. And hence, it's that long journey that it takes. And the results that you get from SEO is something like this. There is an example of a UK client where the monthly revenue, when they came to us, was somewhere around £7,000 a month, and it increased to £130,000 a month. That is 19x growth. If you see this graph, the first few years, practically they had a very linear growth, but then it started to compound. So there is a very good table that actually explains how SEO works, and this is where most of you go wrong. So year one is when you invest into SEO, but you don't see results. So it's more or less like less than even 1x ROS. But this is the place where you have to keep on investing into SEO so that when you go into year 2 and year 3, you start getting more results. So I like this graph a lot, which is a compounding graph, but it resembles to the SEO growth. So if you are a big fan of, again, value investing, you know that initial few years, you don't get a lot of return. But then the kind of returns that you get at the end is just unimaginable. It's like a non-linear growth. So SEO works exactly like that. So it's a different mindset when you think about investing into SEO. So yeah, that's it from my end. I have a few tips, but I'm here around. So if you guys need some tips, you can connect with me after the session. Thank you.